We did have a big practice. We helped a lot of people, but we didn't help enough.
Or what do you think holds a lot of people back from even entertaining that there might be more to learn about what's possible for them in a healing equation?
We did have a big practice. We helped a lot of people, but we didn't help enough. And I still feel that to this day. I felt my job when people walked into our doors was number one, to make sure they felt that they belonged, that you were in the right place.
Right.
And that was the first thing I always told them. And I told my team, if they saw them first, I said, listen, I don't care what they say. I don't care where they come from. I don't care if they were rude and all that stuff. We'll handle all that. We'll figure that out. But we got to let them know they're in the right place and they belong here. Now, if they reject us and they leave, that's their choice. But we're going to try to do our very best to welcome them. And that was our first position, was just, and then when they got to me or us as clinicians, I always shared, I said, listen, I'm never going to treat you based on your history, but based on your destiny. I'm not treating you based on the past, but I'm going to actually I'm going to take care of you based on the future. Instead of the what has happened, I'm going to treat you based on what can happen and what I believe will happen. And when I find myself in the midst of that tension and someone who's actually willing to go here and actually journey with someone to this side, say, let's find a common ground and see where you're at now, but let me share with you what we really do and what we see when we see you. And that was, I think, the thing that required the most courage. And here's why I would say that. I had a lot of doctors, young doctors, who would come and train with us and me. And I found that if they didn't have a firm root in the principles that we teach, it was very hard for them to share that with people, to pull people here. They could meet with somebody right where they're at and connect with them where they're at. And that was basically as far ahead as we could go, is just where we are. And there's so much power in just being fully present and meeting someone where they're at. But leading is actually meeting them where they're at and then showing them something that's brighter and possible, and then giving them a path to walk it out. But having the courage to say it's possible, knowing it's possible that things could go left or right and sideways, because these are two human beings, doctor, patient, life can happen, but I'm still gonna present it as an option. And to me, that's the key. Do you have the courage to do that? Do you have the boldness to be able to say that? And, you know, there was a lot of people that looked me, look you, and look any chiropractor in the eye and be like, they're just trying to see, like, is this for real? Like, are you being honest? Like, Dr. Lona, you have that probably every day. And because when you walk with that level of compassion, conviction, and certainty and belief, and then you see the healings and the miracles and the stories over and over, who am I to not tell people what's possible?
Right.
Who am I to play small and withhold that from someone?